brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. Mike Tirico and Gxlden with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
And he's really had an up and down start to his NFL career, and he's always going to be viewed, fair or unfairly, through the lens of that blockbuster trade that Carolina made to acquire him with the first overall pick. So that's going to be the lens. C.J. Stroud wins Rookie of the Year, and Bryce Young has a disappointing rookie season. But then you look at last year, Mike, only a year later, the back half of the season, Bryce Young looked like the first overall pick in the draft. So if they get that version of Bryce Young now in year 3, this Carolina Panthers team can compete in their division, and I think they can make some noise come the end of the year.
A second down throw for Young. He takes off, and Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
And that is incomplete. Tenero McMillan was the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Back deep for Buffalo is Brandon Codrington. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
And certainly deserving of that MVP award Just a year ago, 28 touchdown passes, but it was just 6 interceptions, and that's really where the improvement has come. We've all seen the size, the speed, the big arm, Mike, since he's come into the league. But now that the negative plays are going down, really the next step for him, really the only thing left on that resume is to go out and try to get that Lombardi trophy.
Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. It's second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Pass caught by Shakir. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third down, they need 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 32.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Princely Umanmielen is there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 41, here's second and 8. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
First down. First and 10.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll bring up second down. Allen, going to give it to Cook. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
Yeah, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it now with Hook. Whoa! And he's in! James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Bills 7, Panthers nothing.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Young. Off-balance throw, it's complete. 11 yards on the pass there. It's a Carolina 1st down.
That's good for a Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st down is Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw complete. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bills signal that they have it, and they do. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going. It moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, But in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
The Bills offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now it's 2nd and 1. On the give, it's Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, on comes Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. This about as short as you can get. His kick is good. And the Panthers, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. On the return, it's Brandon Codrington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action, Allen. This one caught right side by Knox. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Play action. Here's Allen. Open man downfield. It's Kincaid. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 33.
Big play there for the Bills. 33 yards.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Bills' 1st down.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side. And And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On the handoff. This is Cook. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The tight end going in motion to the left. Once again, it's Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's third down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Throwing on second down. It's Allen. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and
that is caught side of the end zone. Dalton Kincaid, touchdown, Bills. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3.
Panthers 3.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll start out first down and 10. for about 3. It's second down.
33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Here's Hubbard. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. He'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
33-yard line.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
The 43-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Young to throw on first and 10. There he goes again. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
That one taken in right side by Leggett. And the left first and goal is down inside the 10-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing on second down, Young. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. Panthers are back within 4. It is 14-10.
14. Panthers 10.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Now Codrington to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
In motion, Shakir. Now Allen on first down. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. We are through one. 14-10 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook, and he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there.
8 yards to go.
3rd down coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a 1st down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
2nd and inches.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's a Carolina 1st down.
1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll step up and run this. And he'll give himself up here, but that's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
2nd and 5. They'll go play out with Young. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Greg Russo in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Young. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll take this one in. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Panthers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. It's Allen. He'll swing this one out to Cook, and he'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Buffalo.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Tight end motioning left. Here's a handoff to Cook. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Man in motion is Coleman. Allen now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the intended target that time, and it'll lead to a second down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Short one there, caught by Tremble. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's his third catch of this first half, and it's good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Young. To set up the screen here to Hubbard. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
It's 3rd
We
and
call them
11.
safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
3rd and 11. McMillan comes in motion. To throw is Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Codrington to return it. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
A carry for Cook. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Buffalo.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Take the handoff, and now it's Allen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's good for 27 and a first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
That's another Bills.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And the Bills have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Keep it himself. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
On the bootleg, it's Young. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A first carry now for Gxlden. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop him.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. Tremble comes in motion. A 2nd down throw for Young. He finds McMillan downfield. It's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
On first down, it is Hubbard. He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Matt Milano there to stop him.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 27-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hubbard. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Young to throw. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Throwing is Young. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tremble comes in motion. Hubbard. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
to throw. Young. That is caught. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down is looming.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And so much for being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Bills first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A huge play just before the half. Pickup of 46 yards.
That's another.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now Codrington to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and That's a big-time play. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. For the middle, that's caught by Moore. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and the first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
To throw on first and 10, Allen.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
At the Panthers' 42-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Allen, gonna give it to Cook. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Gain of 4 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Once again, it's Cook. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Michael Jackson in for the stop.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
So, from the 37, here's second and 9. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Allen on third down. He gets this complete to Shakir. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Buffalo.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Bills.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
Second and a yard at the 3-yard line.
Second and a yard. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
Back at the 6.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here now, third and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. That one incomplete. Humphrey standing there, able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
Little miscommunication there now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 23-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills move out in front, 20-17.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, That's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So, Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. Now return, coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That's about all.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On now is the punt team for the Panthers.
For Carolina.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. In there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. In motion, Shakir. Allen now on 2nd down. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. First and 10 at the
Third downs, Mike,
45-yard
those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tack.
At the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Young. One's hauled in the side by McMillan. 11 yards on the connection there. It's a Carolina 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Young. A short one there, caught by Tremble. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and will give him 4 yards. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Young. This one taken in by Renfro. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Renfro brought in motion. To throw, Young. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Third down, they need 5. Here's Young. And he's in. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Carolina. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. It's up and good. Panthers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Bills 20.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Finding room at the 35. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
He'll keep it on the ground with Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Bills first down.
18 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a design run. It's Allen.
Allen on the keeper. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up. 3rd and a yard. Now Allen. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a touchback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. 3 for 3 in the game as this one is also good. And the Bills cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And this will be a Panthers first down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Panthers first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down is Young. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Young. Forced to his right. He's going to run it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's a Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought down by Matt Milano. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 9. Now Young. Over the middle. He's got Leggett. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Try to run for it with Hubbard. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The line of scrimmage.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and he's going to have a Panthers first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Another run here with Hubbard. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Young. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Young. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself. but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First down. Allen. That's into the hands of Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be close to a first down, a gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 45-yard line. That was good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
First down throw there is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. pizza for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Young. Here's a screen coming for Gxlden. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out, and he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Run with Cook, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Buffalo.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the 48-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bills 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. That one's complete. It's Ray Davis. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
At the 41-yard
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Bills.
A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll go again with Davis. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. And I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
Design run here for Allen. And he's going to have the Bills' first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
First down.
I love this call on 4th down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big first down.
Now a design run. It's Allen. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. Now a screen set up for Johnson. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
That's another Bill.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
From the gun, here is Allen. And he'll take it on in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. His kick is good, and the Bills go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
27.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do.
26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. That one complete to Leggett. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Young. They go back to Leggett. He's got another one. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And the Panthers
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up for second and 9. They'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
To throw, Young. He'll look underneath here for Dowdle. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Here's Young to throw. Thrust to his right, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Second down, goal to go. McMillan, the man in motion. On second down, Young. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
makes the score Panthers 34, Bills 30.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now Cotrington to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. From the gun, goes it out. He'll find Shakir open right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Back to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. On the comeback, falls short, time runs out, and this game is over. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving him much of a shot coming in. They rode the energy in his home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball. They're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Gxlden and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners, as we say so long from Uptown Charlotte.